We talked about, I don't know if it was last week or the week before, he had that letter that was unearthed by his biographer that said he had fantasies
That was a couple
a
weeks ago. That was maybe
couple
a
of weeks
month ago.
ago.
Yeah, okay.
He made love to men every day in his mind, the former president said, number 44. And he also basically didn't want gender to be a thing. That was the bad summary, non verbatim summary of what he says. He wished that there was no difference between men and women, but he'll deal with it how it is in life, I guess. We got to have these genders. Anyways, fast forward to now, Eric, and something that was apparently known since 2008. And this is going to be a huge allegedly segment, a huge disclaimer on don't sue us. We're just a couple idiots. We can't prove anything. And neither of us are lawyers, so you should not take what we're saying as official legal statements. Having said that, some guy said that he smoked crack with former President Barack Obama in 2008 or before, and also did some sort of sexual acts with him. I'm not sure what those are. And I gotta stop saying but I'm so flabbergasted by these
What's the guy's name
revelations.
again? Do you have
I
the
don't
guy's name?
remember. I just have the video with Tucker Carlson, and here we will play the clip. And I don't know if you've seen this. Have you seen this?
I have seen this, and I have a couple thoughts. Let it play.
A guy who's in town for the night, and it sounds like you're looking to party.
Yeah, pulled up in a bar outside, and there's this guy that's introduced to me as Barack Obama. I had given Barack $250 to pay for coke. I start putting a line on a CD tray to snort, and next thing I know, he's got a little pipe and he's smoking. So I just started rubbing my hand along his thigh to see where it was going, and it went the direction I had intended it to go.
Even though you had sex with him twice, you did cocaine with him, watched him smoke crack twice, you had no idea who he was.
I had no idea who he was.
Let me just ask the obvious question. What was Obama like on crack? Is it your sense that that's who Obama is, just transactional, or that he's bisexual, or like what is this?
It definitely wasn't Barack's first time, and I would almost be willing to bet you it wasn't his last.
The guy's running for president, and credible information comes out that he's smoking crack and having sex with dudes. That seems like a story.
Well, it would be a story if the media really cared about telling people the truth.
Eric, take it away. First thoughts.
Well, first of all, Tucker, I rock with Tucker. I like Tucker, but it seems like he may be. I mean, who's going to watch the entire thing now, right? You just let the whole cat out of the bag. I don't know what else we need to hear that could be more sensational than that. And then secondly, now this guy is obviously going to have some credibility issues, which I think he should, right? All of the old Kavanaugh accusers, E. Jean Carroll, all of these people have huge credibility issues. Now, the difference between him and them is that I understand that he's kind of been telling this story for quite some time now, and it does fall into place with the old letter that Obama that leaked or whatever it is. Also, probably the right thing for Obama to completely pretend this doesn't exist, right? Because you're gonna look like a weasel if you try to defend yourself. You're gonna look extra strange if you say it's true. So he's in a rock and a hard place. But what is this? Is this more election year shenanigans? Is this? I mean, we all know that the Democrats will pull out all the stops from Anita Hill to what was the Kavanaugh lady's name again? Whatever, doesn't matter. All of these old accusers, all these people come out of the woodwork. So is that what's happening here, just on the other side? And last thing, what happened to his teeth?
He smoked crack, I believe, is the official answer to that. I believe it all, Eric. I think all of it's true. I have no evidence whether it's true or not, Your Honor, but I think it's true in conjunction with the letter, in conjunction with all the other things we've heard about Barack Obama and who he's married to. I don't believe any of that stuff, to be fair. I don't believe any of this. I should say that, Your Honor. But no, I actually believe that it's true. I think this happened. Now, I read that this guy took a lie detector test and failed it. Say what you will about that. Lie detector tests are not submittable in court, but he did give a signed affidavit that it is true. which is like an official statement. I think it could go any which way. They could sue the pants off of him if it's right or wrong, and they could make him seem wrong. They could ruin his life. But also, what does this guy have to lose? It can also go the other direction in the sense that what if this was to help the Obamas? What if they were to say, see, things were so transphobic and anti-gay back then that I couldn't even be who I really was. My family knew it, blah, 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 at the time. Look how good of a person I am. But the most important question about this, Eric, is which CD was it off of? Which CD did they scrape cocaine off of? Was it Boys to Men? Was it Aqua? Was it Eiffel
No,
65 or some blue dabba dee dabba da? Or was it Forgot About Dre? I don't know. We need answers.
Also, I shout out to Tucker here because he doesn't really have to do this. I guess another question is, we don't think this would fly on Fox News, right? Do you think
No,
6 months ago or however long Tucker's been out of Fox, like, would this story be allowed to? I mean, this story might get censored on Twitter a year or two ago before Elon was at the helm and letting people maybe do what they want to sometimes. So Tucker doesn't really have anything. I mean, Tucker could obviously retire yesterday and it wouldn't make a difference. He's going to be just fine. So the reason I think he's doing this is to just, I guess, try to fight fire with fire, right? Like, I mean, we're at a point where they're trying to put Donald Trump in jail, and we know what the next step is if that doesn't work, allegedly. No, what would be the next step for the Trump opposition to make sure he doesn't regain power?
Yes.
So Tucker is just saying, we can play this game too, whether it's true or not, because we all know. I mean, how many times do we have to watch the weirdos on the left, the establishment hacks, talk about, a party in the 70s or a department store in the 90s, completely evidence-free, right? And this guy at least has the evidence of the missing teeth to say, well, yeah, he's probably on dope. So there's that.
I wonder what you could mean by what are they going to do Donald Trump next. I think this is to theoretically and figuratively try to bury this regime once and for all. If the jailing of Trump fails, which it looks like it might, and they don't manage to make Trump have an accident or get him with a musket the way the Japanese
or Rona,
prime minister, Zyklon B XB59678, whatever the new variant is, then it's slim pickings for the Bidens, the Clintons, and the Obamas, and the Bushes aren't completely in that circle, but they are enough in term. But I just mean that I don't think they'd be affected by this in terms of completely be buried from public life. If this is true, and if it turns out to be true, then I don't think
we'll never know.
But like, him and his wife will just never be seen together again. That's all they'll do. I think that's the only real backlash that comes from it. Like, the only outcome
that would actually be the best. That would be the best possible scenario. I think we should hope for that. Right, just go away. Stop doing your stupid
podcast.
I mean, I guess Barack, for the most part, has sort of disappeared. I mean, it's just this and that other letter that's been uncovered.
Turn it up, George.